G'day, Dave here, the inline plumber, with today's quote, which is, "Sometimes it's the smallest things that can change your life forever." Sometimes it's the smallest things that can change your life forever. This is from Keri Russell. Well, let's get into this one. The statement itself, I think, is fairly easy and obvious to follow along, and what we are looking at is, I guess, more examples. So the idea here would be a few things that can be, say, crossing the road. That would be to me, relatively small everyday task. But my decision to cross the road or not at a specific time could, in fact, change my life forever. Because the time I could choose, this might be something, it might be a change, an intersection, whatever, that I could do every single day. But on this one day, I just say, hey, you know what, my timing hasn't been quite right. I've made a choice. I've spoken to someone for a few minutes and I've left, say, 5 minutes later. Well, leaving or going to cross an intersection, go get the car from car park, something like that, could have the impact that those 5 minutes could be the difference between my life or death, as it were, from being hit by another car, or maybe it could be the fact that I could be in a place where something happened to someone else and now I'm in a position to help them. These things can change our lives forever. That's a pretty dramatic case, but I think it's quite obvious to be seen that that could be very real. The other one is that in timing, the smallest little change, the smallest little incident that we go through can allow us to meet or experience something different, which then allows us to alter our lives. Whether it's having a physical experience, having a conversation with someone, and through that conversation changes our thought patterns or provides us with an introduction or a phone number or something that allows us to progress in a different path for the rest of our lives. And it might seem very normal at that point, but we may not realize that until later on. And I think that's pretty much it. So sometimes it's the smallest things that can change our life forever, from Keri Russell and myself, Dave, the Enlightened Plumber. Maybe if you change something today, you can change the rest of your life. That could be through a thought, through an action. It could be taking action on something that you've put off for a while. It could be investing in something that you've been thinking about but haven't yet done. Or you could take the perspective of looking back on your life and perhaps looking at some incidences that have happened to you in your past that would allow you to see that if those incidences hadn't happened, you would in fact have a much different life today. Take care. See you on the next one.